Well, folks, here we are again. It's 2025 and the Gaza Strip is once more a raging dumpster fire of geopolitical ambition and human misery. Remember those heartwarming Abraham Accords? Yeah, about that. Turns out peace in the Middle East is about as stable as a Jenga tower built on a waterbed. Last year, Hamas, feeling understandably grumpy after years of blockade, decided to have a bit of a moment. And by moment, I mean launching rockets into Israel. Israel, never one to back down from a fight, responded with, well, everything they had. The result? Thousands dead, tens of thousands displaced, and the same old cycle of violence spinning faster than a Tesla on autopilot, allegedly. Now, you might think this is just another tragic chapter in the seemingly endless conflict, and you'd be right, but there's a twist. This time there's a new player in the sandbox. Rare earth minerals. Turns out, beneath the rubble and despair, Gaza might be sitting on a gold mine. Or more accurately, a rare earth mine. The United States, that beacon of freedom and democracy, most of the time, has been a staunch ally of Israel for, well, ever. And by ally, I mean they've provided billions in military aid, consistently vetoed UN resolutions critical of Israel, and generally acted as their diplomatic bodyguard. But here's the thing. America's love for Israel might have just gotten a whole lot more materialistic. See, those rare earth minerals Gaza might have, those are pretty important for things like smartphones, electric cars, and, oh yeah, fighter jets. And guess who's really keen on controlling the supply of those? Yep, the good old US of A. So while the official line is all about supporting Israel and fighting terrorism, one can't help but wonder if there's a little glint of mineral lust in Uncle Sam's eye. After all, nothing says freedom like securing a steady supply of strategic resources, am I right? Now, where there's American interest, you can bet your bottom ruble that Russia isn't far behind. Putin, never one to miss an opportunity to poke the US in the eye, has been cozying up to Hamas and offering their own brand of support. Of course, Russia's interest in Gaza isn't purely altruistic. They also see the potential economic and geopolitical benefits of controlling those precious minerals. It's like a new Cold War, but instead of nukes, we're fighting over who gets to power the next generation of iPhones. And let's not forget the irony of two countries with enough internal problems to keep them busy for centuries, squabbling over a tiny strip of land thousands of miles away. It's like watching two bald men fight over a comb. Tragicomic, really. But here's the real kicker, folks. While the US and Russia play their geopolitical chess match, the people of Gaza are the pawns getting trampled underfoot. Imagine living in a place where your home could be reduced to rubble at any moment, not by a natural disaster, but by a drone strike ordered from thousands of miles away. And for what? So some CEO can boast about record profits from their latest gadget. So some politician can wave a flag and talk tough on national security. It's enough to make you lose your faith in humanity. Almost. The tragedy of Gaza is that it's become a microcosm of everything wrong with the world today. Greed, power, and a complete disregard for human life. And until we address those root causes, the cycle of violence and suffering will continue, fueled by minerals, money, and a whole lot of hypocrisy. Gap 3S. And just when you thought the geopolitical chessboard couldn't get any more crowded, enter Ukraine. Ukraine, already embroiled in its own conflict with Russia, has a vested interest in the mineral riches of Gaza. Not only could these resources bolster their own economy, but they also represent a strategic asset in their ongoing struggle against Russian influence. But it's not just about minerals. Ukraine's shipping routes, particularly through the Horn of Africa and the Suez Canal, are vital for their trade and military logistics. Any instability in these regions could have a ripple effect, impacting global shipping lanes and, by extension, the global economy. So while the world watches the US and Russia duke it out over Gaza, Ukraine is quietly maneuvering, looking to secure its own interest in this high-stakes game. It's a reminder that in geopolitics, nothing is ever as simple as it seems, and every player has their own agenda. Plug in, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be the first notified for new content.